Hello. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine this. You are standing on the deck of an old wooden sailing ship in the middle of a calm, endless ocean. The night sky stretches above you, filled with twinkling stars, and a gentle breeze brushes your face. The wood beneath your feet creaks softly, and the lanterns cast a warm golden glow on the weathered deck. Everything is still, except the quiet ripple of the water moving in perfect rhythm with the night. Tonight, this ship is your sanctuary. Every breath you take will draw you deeper into serenity. Let your mind drift with the waves, and join me as we explore this peaceful journey together. You walk slowly across the wooden deck of the old sailing ship, feeling the familiar creak of the planks beneath your feet. The night is calm, almost impossibly still, and the soft glow of lanterns casts gentle golden reflections on the polished surfaces. Every rope, every beam, every nail seems to tell a story of voyages past, of seas crossed and storms weathered. You pause for a moment, letting the cool ocean breeze touch your face, carrying with it the faint salty scent of the sea. The waves lap softly against the sides of the ship, each ripple perfectly synchronized with the rhythm of the night. You take a deep breath and notice the subtle sway of the lanterns, their flames flickering gently as if acknowledging your presence. Your eyes move across the deck. The coiled ropes lie neatly, their texture rough but comforting under your fingers. The masts rise high into the night sky, their silhouettes sharp against the backdrop of twinkling stars. Each mast holds a story, each rope a memory of hands that have guided this vessel through storms and calm alike. You walk toward the bow, the lanterns lighting your path, casting warm shadows on the deck. The sound of your footsteps blends seamlessly with the soft whisper of the sea. It is a melody of solitude and peace, one that invites you to slow your thoughts and become part of the ship itself. At the bow, you lean gently on the railing. Below, the water shimmers in the lantern light, gentle ripples moving in perfect harmony. The reflection of the stars dances lightly on the surface, creating tiny flickers that mirror the calmness of the night. The smell of the ocean is richer here, more pronounced, carrying with it the subtle hints of salt and distant lands. You feel a sense of timelessness, as if the ship has existed forever, floating between the present and the memory of all who have sailed before. The sails, tightly furled for the night, hang silently against the mast, catching the faint light. They seem to breathe with the wind, even though the air is still. The ropes stretch taut, their knots intricate and precise, testament to the skill and care of sailors long gone. You run your fingers along the coarse fibers, feeling the texture, imagining the hands that tied them, the strength required to guide this ship across oceans. Each knot is a mark of preparation, of readiness, of life at sea. You take a step back and glance toward the stern. The lanterns illuminate the deck in a soft golden hue, revealing small imperfections in the wood. Tiny cracks, slight discolorations, areas polished smooth by countless footsteps. Each imperfection tells a story of endurance, of time passing but life continuing. The ship is alive in its own way, a silent witness to every moment of the night. The gentle lapping of the waves becomes more pronounced here, the sound soothing, almost hypnotic. You can imagine the ocean stretching endlessly, merging with the horizon in a line so faint it seems to disappear into the night sky. Your attention drifts upward. The stars above are numerous, scattered like a myriad of tiny diamonds across the dark velvet of the night. The moon hangs low, not full but glowing softly, illuminating the scene with a serene silver light. You notice constellations you recognize, and perhaps some you do not. Each one feels like a guide, a companion to your solitary journey, standing still as you move gently along the deck. The cool night air carries whispers of faraway lands, of adventures yet to be had, of seas yet to be crossed. You feel a profound connection to the vastness around you, small yet significant in the quiet rhythm of the universe. You continue walking along the starboard side, noticing every detail. The lantern swaying slightly, the texture of the deck beneath your hands, the ropes coiled with precision, and the occasional glimmer of water catching the light. You pause occasionally, allowing your senses to drink in the tranquility. You hear the faint rustle of the sails, the subtle creak of the wood as the ship adjusts to the gentle motion of the waves. Nothing is rushed here. Everything unfolds at its own pace. Each breath you take seems to slow time, letting you drift deeper into a state of calm awareness. The smell of the lantern oil mixes with the salt in the air, creating a comforting aroma. You notice how the light reflects on the polished brass fittings, making them shine like small beacons of warmth. Every detail is precise yet perfectly natural. Your eyes are drawn to the water, and you watch as small waves ripple gently, reflecting the golden light from above. The pattern of the ripples is mesmerizing, each one unique, yet part of a coherent whole. You feel the rhythm of the ocean in your chest, synchronized with the beat of your own heart. You move closer to the helm, noticing the intricate carvings on the wheel, worn smooth by the hands of countless sailors. The wood has absorbed the essence of time, each mark a memory, each groove a story. You trace them gently with your fingers, imagining the lives of those who steered the ship through storms, under sun, and through endless nights just like this one. The calmness of the night encourages reflection, a slowing of the mind, a letting go of all external concerns. The lanterns lining the deck flicker softly, casting shadows that dance lightly across the ship's surface. You notice the play of light and shadow, the contrast between warm lantern glow and cool moonlight. The ocean beyond seems almost infinite, stretching to a horizon that disappears into the night. The sound of water moving against the hull is hypnotic, each lap a gentle reminder of the ship's steadfast presence. You feel yourself sinking deeper into a state of peace, as though you are merging with the vessel itself, becoming part of the gentle rhythm of the waves. You pause at a small hatch, peering inside briefly. The interior is dark, silent, undisturbed. You imagine the stories it could tell, the sailors who may have rested there, the whispered conversations, the quiet nights spent in contemplation. But you remain on deck where the moonlight and lanterns create a serene environment. The night air is crisp yet comforting, wrapping around you like a gentle blanket. Every sensation is amplified by the stillness, by the simplicity of being present on this ancient ship. Time seems to stretch. You walk slowly, deliberately, noticing how the lantern light catches on small details. The texture of the ropes, the knots, the polished wood. The ship itself feels alive, not in movement but in presence, in the history embedded in every plank. You let your mind wander freely, imagining gentle waves carrying you across the open ocean, guided only by the rhythm of your breathing and the subtle sounds of the sea. Every glance you take brings a new detail to observe. A rope hanging from the mast sways slightly with a breeze you can barely feel. The lantern flame flickers gently, creating tiny patterns of light on the deck. The ocean sparkles in spots where moonlight touches the ripples. You feel connected to everything. The wood beneath your feet, the water, the vast sky above. A sense of calm washes over you, enveloping your body in a soft cocoon of tranquility. You stop near the side railing again, leaning slightly to gaze at the endless expanse of water. Tiny waves break softly against the hull, whispering secrets of distant shores, of unseen places far beyond your reach. You take a deep breath and feel the cool air fill your lungs, carrying with it a sense of vastness and serenity. The ship is unwavering, steadfast, a silent companion in this quiet night. The stars above begin to reflect even more subtly on the gentle water ripples. The lanterns continue their warm glow, casting elongated shadows that move just slightly with the faint water motion. Each sound, each reflection, each detail reinforces a sense of peace, of stillness, of being suspended in a moment beyond the constraints of time. You feel your mind relaxing more with every passing second, letting go of the day, letting go of all worries, drifting further into a state of calm. The gentle sway of the water becomes almost rhythmic, like a lullaby. The ship remains completely still. The lanterns cast their soft glow without flickering wildly. The stars twinkle gently. You notice small details that you may have missed before. The fine grains of the deck's wood, tiny scratches in the brass fittings, the way the ropes stretch taut but soft. All these small observations combine into a sense of completeness, of immersion. As you continue walking along the deck, your steps are slow, measured, synchronized with the gentle ebb and flow of the water beneath. Every inhale and exhale blends with the subtle sounds around you. The water, the distant stars, reflected light, the creak of the planks underfoot. You feel completely present, fully aware, yet completely relaxed. The night has a soft, almost tangible quality, and you are part of it. You pause for one last moment on the deck, looking toward the horizon where the water meets the night sky. Everything is still, yet full of life in its quiet way. The ship stands firm, the lanterns glow softly, the ocean ripples gently, and the stars above shine in their infinite patterns. You allow yourself to absorb this serenity completely, letting the calmness envelop your body and mind. The gentle motions, the stillness, the quiet, everything combines into a perfect sense of peace, carrying you deeper into relaxation, preparing you for the next part of your journey on this tranquil night. You continue walking along the deck, your steps light and unhurried. The gentle ripple of the water reflects the twinkling stars above, creating a delicate dance of light on the calm surface. The ship remains perfectly still, anchored firmly in the vast ocean, and the lanterns continue to cast their warm glow across the deck, illuminating every plank, rope, and piece of hardware with a soft golden hue. The subtle creaking of the wood under your feet is almost imperceptible now, blending seamlessly with the quiet murmur of the waves lapping against the hull. Moving toward the center of the deck, you notice the patterns of the ropes coiled neatly beside the masts, the knots precise and orderly. Each rope seems to tell its own story, of hands that have worked tirelessly through countless days and nights. guiding the ship through calm waters and storms alike. You pause for a moment to run your fingers along the coarse fibers, feeling the texture and imagining the sailors who carefully prepared these lines for voyages long ago. The stillness around you makes every small detail stand out, the way the lantern light shimmers on the polished brass fittings, the subtle reflection of the stars on the gentle waves, the quiet sway of the rigging in a whisper of breeze. Your gaze drifts upward again. The stars above continue to sparkle, more vibrant as your eyes adjust to the night. The moon, partially hidden by thin wisps of clouds, casts a faint silver light that merges with the golden glow of the lanterns. The vast expanse of ocean stretches beyond the ship in every direction. A mirror of darkness and light, motionless yet alive in the gentle ebb of the waves. You feel as if time itself has slowed, allowing you to absorb every sensation fully. The scent of salt in the air, the soft hum of distant water, the coolness of the night brushing against your skin. A soft step toward the starboard side brings you closer to the water's edge. You lean slightly, letting your hand hover above the gentle ripples. The ocean responds with tiny waves that break softly against the hull. Each movement so subtle it could almost be mistaken for stillness. The interplay of moonlight and starlight on the surface is mesmerizing, a rhythm that soothes your mind. You take a deep breath, letting the cool air fill your lungs, carrying with it the faint smell of seaweed and distant shores, creating a sense of infinite calm. Turning slightly, you notice the small lantern near the helm. Its glow flickers gently, casting elongated shadows across the deck, moving only with the soft air around the flame. The ropes attached to the sails sway minimally, as if in slow conversation with the night wind. Yet the sails themselves remain firmly furled. You appreciate the precision of it all, the balance between life and stillness, motion and rest. It feels like the ship itself is breathing quietly, a silent companion to your journey through this tranquil night. You move toward the aft section where the deck widens slightly. The reflections of the lanterns and the stars on the calm water create an almost magical mirror beneath you. The subtle motions of the ocean make the reflections shimmer gently, enhancing the dreamlike atmosphere. Every plank of wood, every rope, every piece of metal seems perfectly aligned with the night, creating harmony that envelops your senses. The creaking of the wood beneath your feet is now merely a whisper, a soft punctuation in the symphony of silence and gentle water motion. Looking out over the railing, the horizon stretches endlessly. The sky meets the sea in a seamless line, and the vast emptiness is comforting rather than intimidating. Each wave moves in perfect rhythm, synchronized with the beat of your own heart, the natural cadence of your breathing. You feel connected to this infinite space, grounded by the solid ship beneath your feet, yet free to drift into the serenity that surrounds you. Your eyes wander back to the deck. The lantern's golden glow reveals the textures of the wood, the slight imperfections that tell the story of years of travel. The knots in the ropes, the metal fittings, the polished surfaces, all meticulously maintained, yet carrying the history of countless journeys. The ship is alive with memory and stillness, a perfect companion for this night of reflection and calm. A gentle step forward brings you to the quarterdeck. Here, the view of the ocean is unobstructed. You pause and listen. The subtle sound of the waves, the flickering of lanterns, the occasional distant creak of wood. It all blends into a lullaby of stillness. Your mind begins to slow, thoughts drifting like the gentle waves, settling into the rhythm of this tranquil night. Above you, the stars twinkle with quiet consistency, each one a tiny beacon in the endless dark. The moonlight traces silver paths across the rippling water, guiding your gaze along the ocean's endless expanse. You feel suspended in this perfect moment, the world outside this ship fading completely. The motion of the water below is the only movement, gentle and calming, inviting your mind to float along with it. You take another slow breath, letting the peace of this night seep into your entire body. Each step you take along the deck is deliberate, thoughtful, synchronized with the subtle sway of the water. Every detail, the roughness of the ropes, the texture of the wood, the shimmer of light on water, is absorbed fully, creating a meditative awareness. Your mind is free, unburdened, enveloped in calm. As you reach the railing near the aft once more, you notice how the lantern light dances across the deck in soft patterns, shadows moving imperceptibly. The waves continue their gentle rhythm, reflecting stars and lanterns in a hypnotic dance. The ship remains perfectly still, solid and unwavering amidst the motion of the water. This quiet harmony between stability and gentle motion fills you with an unshakable sense of peace, preparing your mind and body for even deeper relaxation as the night continues. You pause again, allowing your senses to soak in the scene fully. The gentle ripple of the water, the twinkle of stars, the warmth of the lanterns, all merge into a seamless environment of tranquility. You notice how the ship, though unmoving, seems to participate in the life of the ocean, standing firm while the subtle energy of the night continues around it. Each breath, each heartbeat, each glance contributes to a growing sense of serenity. With one final step along the starboard side, you feel completely attuned to the night. The ship, water, stars, and moonlight create a cocoon of calm. You realize that in this moment nothing else exists. The gentle motion of the ocean beneath you is all that moves. The rest is steadfast, still, and perfect. Your thoughts drift along with the waves, free and light, fully immersed in this world of quiet, enduring beauty. You find yourself lingering near the aft railing, gazing out over the gentle, undulating waves. The ship remains perfectly still, anchored in the calm ocean, a steadfast companion to your quiet journey. The water ripples softly, reflecting the stars above like countless scattered diamonds, each glimmering in rhythm with the subtle motion of the waves. The lanterns on deck cast a warm, golden light, illuminating every plank and rope, highlighting textures shaped by years of travel. The night air is cool against your skin, carrying the faint scent of salt and distant lands, a reminder of the vastness that surrounds you. As you take a slow breath, the rhythm of the ocean seems to synchronize with your own heartbeat, and a profound sense of calm washes over you. You move along the deck, noticing the intricate details that make this ship both alive and timeless. The ropes, meticulously coiled and knotted, hint at the hands that have prepared them for voyages spanning decades. The sails, though furled and resting, hold the memory of wind-filled journeys across distant horizons. Each piece of wood, each brass fitting, each subtle imperfection on the deck tells a story of endurance, precision, and care. You pause at a lantern post, watching the flame flicker gently. The soft shadows cast on the deck create a delicate interplay of light and dark, blending with the natural silver glow of the moon. The stars above shimmer with steady brilliance, their reflections rippling faintly on the surface of the water. Every breath you take seems to deepen your connection to this serene environment. The ship is unwavering beneath your feet, the ocean moves gently beneath it, and you feel a sense of unity with everything around you. Time seems suspended, each moment expanding into a quiet eternity. Moving slowly toward the bow once more, you trace your gaze along the railing. The soft glow of lanterns guides your eyes over the polished wood, highlighting the gentle curves and subtle textures carved by years of use. The coiled ropes rest neatly by the masts, taut yet pliable, their fibers worn smooth by countless hands. The ship is a living memory, a testament to countless nights just like this one, moments of quiet reflection in harmony with the natural rhythms of the ocean. The gentle sound of water against the hull is hypnotic, a constant lullaby that soothes both mind and body. As you lean slightly over the railing, your hand hovers just above the surface of the water. The tiny ripples respond to the slightest motion, creating patterns of light and shadow that dance softly in the moonlight. Each wave feels alive, yet subtle enough to remain calming, not disruptive. The lanterns behind you glow steadily, casting their golden warmth across the deck, and every plank beneath your feet feels reassuringly solid. The ship's stillness contrasts beautifully with the delicate movements of the ocean, a harmony that invites your mind to drift freely, unburdened by worry or haste. Your eyes wander upward. The stars above seem endless, stretching across the sky in a quiet parade of light. The moon casts its gentle glow, illuminating the ship in a serene silver and gold palette. The constellations feel like guides, silent companions on your journey, watching as you explore the deck with slow, deliberate steps. The night carries with it a profound stillness, and yet the life of the ocean persists beneath, subtle and rhythmic. Each ripple, each glimmer, each flicker of light deepens your sense of connection to this peaceful environment. Walking toward the helm, you notice the wheel, its wood polished smooth by countless hands that have steered this ship across oceans. You reach out, running your fingers along the carved details, imagining the sailors of old who navigated by the stars and the motion of the waves. The wheel is still now, but it carries the weight of history, a reminder of journeys that have shaped both the ship and the countless souls who traveled aboard. The deck beneath your feet seems to echo with these memories, the faint creaks harmonizing with the gentle lap of the waves. Moving past the helm, you find yourself at the center of the deck, the warm glow of the lanterns reflecting across the polished wood. The subtle shimmer of the water below mirrors the stars above, creating an ethereal symmetry that calms and soothes. You take another deep breath, feeling the cool night air fill your lungs, and you notice the faint smell of the ocean, mingling with the warmth of the lanterns. Every sense is attuned to the stillness, yet aware of the gentle motion around you, a perfect balance between movement and stability. Near the starboard side, the reflections of the lanterns on the water create small dancing patterns, intricate and delicate. The faint sway of the ropes in the slight breeze adds a quiet rhythm to the scene. You pause to observe the details, letting your eyes trace the lines of the ship, the gentle curves of the deck, and the patterns created by light and shadow. Each observation grounds you further into the moment, immersing you in the calm, steady presence of the vessel and the rhythmic pulse of the ocean. You move slowly toward the stern once again, each step deliberate and mindful. The ship remains unmoving, perfectly still, as if suspended in this serene moment. The ocean's surface glimmers softly, responding to the moonlight and stars above, and you feel a profound sense of peace envelop you. The subtle creak of the deck, the gentle sway of the ropes, the flickering of the lanterns, all contribute to a sensory cocoon that encourages relaxation, introspection, and a deep sense of calm. Pausing near a hatch, you glance inside briefly. The interior of the ship is dark and silent, untouched, a space of rest and quiet anticipation. You imagine the stories it could tell, the sailors who have slept there, whispered conversations, and quiet moments of reflection. Yet you remain on deck, where the lanterns and moonlight create a serene, magical atmosphere. Every plank, every rope, every glimmer of light contributes to this perfect moment, inviting your mind to release tension and drift gently toward peace. The night stretches on. The stars above continue their quiet brilliance, and the gentle ripples of the ocean below create a hypnotic, calming rhythm. You notice tiny details, the fine texture of the deck, the subtle imperfections in the wood, the taut yet pliable ropes, and the reflections of light across the water. Everything blends into a seamless environment of tranquility. Your breath becomes slow and steady, your mind light, and your body relaxed. Walking along the port side, you pause once more to take in the scene. The horizon stretches endlessly, a perfect line where sea meets sky. The ship stands firm, its lanterns glowing warmly, the water rippling gently and the stars shining above. The night is complete, a perfect synthesis of stillness and gentle motion. You feel utterly at peace, immersed in the calm of this serene world. Your steps bring you back to the bow. The reflection of the lanterns on the water, the twinkling stars, the subtle rhythm of the waves, all form a perfect harmony. You lean gently on the railing, closing your eyes if you wish, letting the calm, the quiet, and the gentle motion of the water envelop you completely. The ship, steadfast and unwavering, holds you in its tranquil embrace, and you feel a sense of profound serenity, as if the world has faded and only this perfect night exists. As the final moments of this journey unfold, the ocean's subtle ripples continue their endless dance. The lanterns maintain their warm glow and the stars sparkle softly above. The ship remains still, a silent guardian of the night, and you are part of this harmony. Every breath, every heartbeat, every subtle observation is absorbed, sinking you deeper into peace. Your mind drifts, free and unburdened, carried by the gentle rhythm of the water. With one final look at the endless horizon, you allow yourself to fully relax. The tranquility of the ship, sea and stars merging into a single serene experience. The gentle movements of the ocean below are the only motion, everything else steadfast and eternal. Your body, mind, and spirit are aligned with this peaceful rhythm, preparing you for deep, restorative sleep. The night carries on. The stars shimmer and the calm waters lull you into a state of perfect serenity. The gentle embrace of this quiet voyage guiding you gently into the world of dreams. Good night, and sweet dreams.